Jim Jones was doing an interview. Ciara bum rushed his interview to tell him that he should get married to Chrissy because she feels it in her spirit and because
they've been together long enough.
She deserves it, and you deserve it, and she's beautiful, and I'll just play it.
Can I? Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Capacity.
No, I got a better
Guys,
one.
how are y'all? I don't like cracking.
Shout out to DJ Self. Shout out to Ciara, Jim.
I just really need this to happen. I don't want to be mad at you because I don't know how you're gonna feel, but I really need y'all to just go ahead and I'm coming in hot. No. Should I just stay on what I'm on right now? Yeah, stay on it because why not?
Why not, she says.
Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live in it. You live in like you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly.
Let's seal it properly.
Shouts to Joe.
Because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not? Like, I look at y'all and I'm like, they're so cute and so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful. And so
I thought this
dope.
entire
And
shit
she
was
holds you
cringeworthy.
down, like,
Super disrespectful.
Down.
And he'd have been wrong if he'd have reacted like old Jim.
Yes, he would have.
He would have been.
Like,
He would have been
I saw
wrong.
you and I got excited because I love what you are between to music and between to me coming up. And also when I see y'all like from a love perspective.
From a love perspective.
It's time.
This shit pissing me off.
It's time.
It's time. It's time. My take on this, I think that was extremely rude of Ciara, unbeknownst to her.
Yeah, I don't think she.
I don't think she was purposely.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to.
Yeah, but she need to be told that though. Unfortunately, because people do that. Just
This
jump
was some
out.
of the rudest shit I've ever heard.
Jump out with some rude ass question about your life that has nothing to do with them. Just because you found what you got and you know, Ciara's prayer, all the girls say all that type of shit. Cool, man. That ain't got nothing to do with him or Chrissy.
Yeah, or that
and who are you
situation.
to go and impose that on their life?
That was
She
mad
should
out
be
of
told
bounds.
that so you don't do that to somebody else who might get a little disrespectful and say, mind your fucking business.
That's a great point.
And be well within their right to say so.
You don't even know what you're triggering inside my household.
You don't know nothing.
This might have been a deep point of contention at one point that we needed a lot of therapy to be able to get through. And now here you go.
Or still going through.
Yeah. And here you go saying this at an award show on Media Day.
Now it's viral. Now it keeps coming. Now it's coming
You're
back up
saying
again.
this knowing what Jim and Chris went through even on Love and Hip Hop with that whole proposal thing. You know that that's a sensitive subject for them two. Jim came up here. I know them both. And didn't utter a fucking word about it.
Not at all.
Nothing.
I think you mad out of place to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
So for Ciara to do that, what man?
No, it's just complete and total agreement. And there's no, I don't understand why she would need to be told. She is a grown ass woman. You don't want anybody in your business with your husband. Why would you do that? Why would you interrupt his? That was. So, and obviously, we all love Ciara, but that was wild. I would be, if I was him, I would be so offended. I'd be so.
I think
pissed.
first it depends on what their rapport is. Like they might be fly. I still think she was out of pocket. Be clear, I still think she was out of pocket. But sometimes people be out of pocket and don't know.
I think that's true.
And that's why I say a lot of times people be out of pocket and don't know.
Especially the church people.
Yeah.
Especially the church people.
They come up there to you, hey, when you having a baby?
Yeah.
Yo, you don't know what this couple done been through. You don't know if she can or can't have a baby. You don't know what that question could. Yeah, you don't even know what that question could be trying to have a baby. That's true. Good point. Mind your fucking business about other people's lives.
Shorty could have just miscarried 2 months ago.
That's,
right.
Yeah, that's to me. That sounded like a little bit too much dip on your chip.
Yeah, I hated every bit of it. If it had been in private, I still would thought it had been out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, why are you doing this in public? This is one of them, even if you pull me aside in the corner and said that shit to me, it's mind your fucking business. For the same reason, I adore Ciara. But unfortunately, sometimes when people feel like they got the moral high ground, and
that's what I mean, dip on the chip,
and they're on the right side of stuff, they feel like they have a right to tell you.
They want.
Yeah, and then they shield it in the language of, well, the spirit told me to do it. No, the spirit ain't tell you to do it.
That's just you being nosy.
That ain't God, that's you.
Right.
And that's your values and again, you can impose your values at times, not here. And y'all don't know each other like that. I thought Jim actually carried it much better.
He carried it great. That's why I said shouts to him.
Yeah, I mean, he was mature. He said the right things. I was actually very impressed how he did it. Because he could have taken it a whole different way, and would have been wrong if he had. But
I don't think he would have did that.
No, but I'm just it ain't gonna go to the 10th degree. It could have just been like, that's my business, mind your own business.
Could have been having a bad day, and you come and we could have just been arguing about that. And here you come. You don't know what the fuck. Mind your business, my nigga.
Dog, he could have responded in the most respectful way that there is to respond, and we still would have heard.
Yeah.
Still would have heard what time.
We'd have heard it.
If he'd have said,
Sweetie,
Ciara,
with all respect,
due.
That already.
Right there.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Right there.
So it's like, I don't like people even putting people in that position.
He could have stopped.
And he's the bad guy.
Where there is no way for me to look the way. All I could do here is say, no, I understand. Thank you. Thank you for you. I appreciate that. Like, girl.
So let me ask you a question. If you're Chrissy, do you got not beef, but do you take issue with Ciara at this moment?
No, they're probably friends.
No.
They're probably friends.
Gotcha.
Like, I can't imagine that Ciara had that conversation without at least having met Chrissy before.
Yeah.
You're not just watching from afar.
Right.
And now
There has to be some relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck people do that.
Nah, that ain't true. I mean, hopefully they do have a relationship.
I'm giving Ciara the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
It wouldn't shock me.
It would not shock me. If they've never spoken, never met, or anything, I would not be shocked. People do exactly that. Get extra nosy and just go throw some wild ass question about your life. Mind your fucking business.
Because I can see Chrissy feeling like you just embarrassed me. Because now the whole world's talking about why I'm not married again. Even though you're doing it on my behalf, it's now
Who are you to speak on my behalf?
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. I could see Chrissy being really pissed about that because we wouldn't be on a podcast talking about them not being married right now if not for that conversation, which might embarrass her.
Hey,
I mean, there's a
hey,
world
check it
where I
out.
can
Check this
see
out. Check
that-
this out. For all you know, they married.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
There you go.
Again, mind
we
your
don't-
fucking business. You don't know.
That's the only answer.
Neutral button.